Yo, what's happening? So today I had to make a little trip down to my old college town. I was here yesterday. Had to pop down and see an old buddy from college, and just hung out for a while. And I was driving past this old post office. It's an old post office building, but they haven't used it as a post office for a long time. And they're gutting it, or they're doing something, because they ripped off the entire back of it, and you can just see everything exposed, and how this building is like super old. I mean, I think BG, Bowling Green, Ohio, which is about an hour and a half south of Detroit, about 25 minutes south of Toledo, it was founded in 1833. It's really just a college town, super liberal, very progressive, and you know how all those college towns out. But it's where I went to school. I think I graduated in like 07. But I was driving past, and I'm like, man, if that ain't a Mudflood building. Look at that, the whole back of it's ripped off. I know it looks kind of fucked up with this fencing, because these new cameras, they focus on the fencing. But this is the main strip. Just a normal old main strip in Ohio, these old towns. Let's go to the front and check this out, because we drove past this and I was like, holy crap, I gotta come back down here to show all this exposed brick. And then maybe I'll try to post some photos or screen capture what the front of this used to look like. So we got cars coming. But yeah, it's funny. That's the old clock tower. That's super old. This bar down here, Howard's, that's where I actually met my wife at, which is funny. But yeah, so look at this. So this is the United States Post Office. You know, you can tell it's an old facade. And then in the front here, they had the usual big old concrete high slab with steps going up to it. And people are always wondering, like, what's up with the steps? Why you got the steps? What's the point? And you look here, and this whole thing, it's got the big windows. Look at this door. The doorway is about halfway up what it used to be. They got all this brick down below, whether that's foundation or from a previous building. I mean, the brick doesn't look, it's hard to say. That's why I wanted to do this, because I want to see some of you experts to maybe comment on this. And it sucks this fence is here. I mean, they literally have this entire thing fenced off. You can't get in there. And there's a hole right there. God, this fence just ruins the focusing. But there's a hole in that window where I bet you we could come down, maybe. If I was crazy, come down and go check that out. But let's try to walk across here. I'm pretty sure the entire thing's fenced off. And the construction guys, I was talking to my wife, I'm like, these guys would never, if they're not hip and they haven't seen some of the videos and photos. God, I wish I could get around this fence to get better photos. But there's an opening in that window. I mean, this whole thing has been ripped off, and I'd imagine what they're going to do is just keep the facing, because it's that old, So let's try to go back here. I really wish I could get in here. I just can't. And I wish I could flip it around and show my face while I'm talking in this video, but my new phone, I don't know, it just doesn't have that flip where you can flip it back and forth. But man, God, I wish that would focus better. I really need to get in there past this fence is what I need to do. I'm gonna have to talk to one of my buddies. I bet you he'd come down here and do it with me. He's kind of crazy like me. But you can see down in the back, down below, you can see there's openings back there too, where that looks like it used to be a door down there. I don't know if you can see. Right there. And then there's the opening where the window. So, you know, you got the more modern steel beams that have been put up there. The whole facing of all that old, I mean, and that's old. You know, the facing, I don't know what you would call that. I'm not an expert in this shit, so you're gonna have to excuse me, but the facing that's on the outside of the brick has got to be newer than the brick. And the brick is the real old, I don't know, it's wild. It's the most mud floody. I mean, this whole town is mud floody. You know, a lot of these buildings look like they have lower windows and, you know, all that stuff. This building right over here looks the same. Not the same, but it's got some flooded windows down below, and goddamn, I can't even get past this. I gotta go all the way back around. Federal rent a fence. Yeah, you can't get around. They got the fence even going up to that fence. So they don't want you fucking around back here. Oh. Let's see what we got here. That old tower is really cool. I can't remember what the year on that is, but it's really cool. It's cool. Almost looks like it's a weather vane, but they probably had some tick up there back in the day. Who knows what it was used for? I think now obviously it's a courthouse. You know how they do with that stuff. The oldest buildings are always post offices, libraries, courthouses, all federal, state buildings, so they can have control over everything. No parking, temporary police order, Monday 124. Huh, so they've been doing this for a while. What's that say? Yeah, there's that window we can climb down in. You got the bars in the front windows. Those are right on the ground level. Look at that. I mean, I wonder if these construction guys, maybe, you know, if there's 40 of them working on it. Look, there's a ladder, so they're working on the inside of there. And that used to be all the way up to that door. Like I said before, there was a big concrete base with steps going up to it. But I want to go all the way back around. You know, pardon me, I can't flip the phone around so you can see my ugly face. So I kind of got to walk, and it's a little bumpy. I don't have no expensive phone or expensive camera. See, that one's not. That window is closed off down there. But you can tell, I mean, it's just like how small it is. And I was checking this morning when I was drinking my coffee, and you can see online there's all kinds of photos of this post office. If you just search Bowling Green, Ohio, old post office or something like that, you can pull up it's like a Wikidata page, and there's plenty of pages and stuff showing you what it looked like over the years compared to now. You know, there's an old house. There's a old house, you know, right over there on the corner, and you probably can't see it, but that used to be, or that is, this couple that we sold a bunch of antiques for. A guy had a bunch of comic books, and we sold them all for him. Oh, they are gonna deface it. No, they're not. That's gonna be the back, but the front. All right, so this is gonna be what it's gonna look like. It's the collaborative, the collab orative. See that? So they're keeping the facing and they're gonna modernize the back. City of Bowling Green. So, I don't know. It's pretty damn cool though. Look at that. God, way down. I have to try to get down there. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not an expert in this stuff. I've read a lot and I've seen a lot. But I'm not like, you know, these mud flood experts. I don't know, Bowling Green, Ohio. I'd say the closest water is the Maumee River, which is about, I don't know, I'd say, let's see, probably 10 to 15 miles that way. So northwest, 10 to 15 miles is the closest, you know, decent waterway. It's a pretty so I don't know if that's a possible mud flood, or it's definitely an old ass building. And for some reason they want to keep a lot of these buildings partial and they just add the new parts to them, but there's definitely something down below there. I mean, I guess I can't say definitely. It definitely looks like it. Doesn't look like it's a basement. You know, it looks like everything was a little lower. You know, and then up here, everything's built up. I wonder what's, you know, the street is lower. House is way up. It's kind of up on a hill. So I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think. You know, maybe I'll come down here and do some more videos as they rehab that building. And just kind of how it changes and whatnot, and then get some of these other flooded, you know, mud flood possibility buildings. This one with the peak over here, it's the police station, and that's definitely a newer building built over an older building. So I don't know, hope everybody's doing good. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Peace.